You found this message because it was meant for you, not by chance, not by coincidence, but by divine timing. You've felt it, haven't you? The shift in the air, the unshakable sense that something is changing, something big, while the world around you rushes through the noise of the season, distracted by the glitter and chaos. You've been quietly waiting, watching, knowing. This Christmas isn't like the others. This time, it's different. Your case has been closed. For too long they've spoken against you, doubted you, questioned your path. The whispers, the accusations, the trials that seemed endless. It all felt like a weight you weren't sure you could carry. But through it all, you stayed true. You held on to faith when everything around you screamed doubt. You carried a strength they couldn't understand, a resilience they mistook for naivety. They thought the battle would break you, that the fire would consume you, but they forgot one thing. Pressure doesn't destroy diamonds, it reveals them. And now, this Christmas, the truth is finally out. What they don't know, what they could never see, is that every sleepless night, every tear you cried, every prayer whispered into the silence was heard. This wasn't just a season of struggle, it was preparation. They saw chaos, but you were being refined. They saw defeat, but you were building endurance. And now the tables have turned. The doors they tried to close in your face have been blown wide open. The accusations, the doubts, the lies, they hold no power over you anymore. The case is closed. The verdict? You've won. You weren't just surviving this year, you were laying the foundation for something unshakable. While they watched for your failure, you planted seeds that are about to bloom. They thought they buried you, but they didn't realize you were a seed. And now, as the year closes, so does every chain that tried to bind you. Every false word spoken against you is being silenced. Every obstacle placed in your path has become a stepping stone to the destiny you've always known was yours. This isn't just another Christmas. It's your moment of closure. The weight you've carried is being lifted. The battles you've fought are being rewarded. The truth you've clung to, even when it felt like no one believed in you, is now undeniable. You didn't just endure, you triumphed. And the world is about to see the glory of what's been written for you all along. Chosen one, this message isn't just a reminder, it's a confirmation. Your time is now. The doubts are over, the accusations are silenced, and your case is closed. It's done. This Christmas, step boldly into the light that's always been yours, and watch as everything aligns in ways you never thought possible. So, chosen one, this Christmas, if you're truly ready to embrace the truth that's been yours all along and claim the victory that has now been sealed, prove it. Smash that like button to declare that your case is closed. Hit subscribe to stand tall with others who know their worth, and share this message with someone who's still struggling in the fog of denial and doubt. Drop a comment below with case closed if you're done being underestimated, done staying silent while carrying a truth the world wasn't ready for, and ready to rise boldly into your destiny. This is your moment. Don't let it pass you by. Let's begin. Number 1. The gift they can't return. Some gifts are curses in disguise, wrapped with the ribbon of truth. Beside that silly Santa's gift they will get under their tree, there's another gift waiting for them this Christmas, a gift they never asked for, never wanted, but can't escape. It's not wrapped in shiny paper, tied with a bow, or sitting neatly under the lights. No, this gift comes in the form of truth, raw, undeniable truth. And unlike the gifts they've chosen to exchange, this one can't be returned. For all the mocking, the doubting, and the whispering behind closed doors, They thought they'd gotten away with it. They thought their words, their actions, and their dismissals would fade into the noise of the season. But here's the thing about truth. It doesn't get buried under glitter or hidden behind tinsel. It doesn't expire with the year. Truth has its own timing, and this Christmas, it's being delivered straight to their doorstep. Like it or not, they're unwrapping the reality of who you are and what they underestimated. They called you crazy, didn't they? They laughed, shook their heads, and told anyone who would listen that you were a fool for dreaming so big, for seeing so clearly. But now, as the snow falls and the lights twinkle, the tables have turned. They're left staring at the undeniable evidence of your strength, your clarity, and your victory. The gift they're receiving this year? The mirror of their own arrogance. It wasn't enough for them to doubt you. They had to broadcast it, didn't they? The jokes, the sneers, the smug glances. All of it was their defense against what you represented. Vision they couldn't understand, foresight they didn't have, and a courage they lacked. And now, that defense is crumbling piece by piece as the truth of your resilience shines brighter than any Christmas star. You didn't need to fight back. You didn't need to engage in their games or stoop to their level. You simply kept moving forward, silent but steady, while they wasted time trying to tear you down. They thought the season of giving would come without consequences, but what they didn't realize is that life doesn't forget. Their actions were seeds, and now they're reaping what they sowed. And you don't need to say a word. Let the gift of truth speak for itself. Let it sit heavy in their hearts and remind them of every sneer, every scoff, every dismissal. This isn't your vengeance, it's their reckoning. So while they sit around their trees, opening packages filled with momentary joy, there's one gift they can't avoid, a realization they can't escape, a truth they can't deny. This Christmas, they'll unwrap the weight of their own misjudgments, and it will linger long after the season is over. That's the gift they can't return. Number 2, carols of their defeat. Every triumph carries its melody, every downfall its haunting refrain. This Christmas, the carols you hear aren't just festive songs, they're the echo of their defeat. The same voices that once laughed at your dreams, that sang the chorus of your supposed failures, are now quiet, replaced with uneasy murmurs and forced politeness. They don't sing with the confidence they used to because their tune has changed. The melody now carries the weight of regret, and the harmony of their arrogance has turned sour. These are the carols of their defeat, and every note reminds them of the tables turning. They had their moment, didn't they? Their laughter, their mockery, their unshakable belief that you'd never rise above their words. They reveled in their superiority, treating you like a punchline in their seasonal show. But the performance is over now, and the spotlight has shifted. As the world watches you stand tall, they're left stumbling to rewrite their script. The only song left for them to sing is one of shame, regret, and disbelief. Their defeat wasn't just inevitable, it was poetic. For every word they used to try to silence you, they've now lost their own. Their arrogance was the verse, their mockery the refrain, and now the truth of your rise completes the final stanza. The carols of their defeat aren't cheerful or celebratory. They're a symphony of realization, each note striking harder than the last. They can hear it too, the sound of your perseverance ringing through the silence they once filled with noise. Every accomplishment of yours is a bell tolling, reminding them of what they didn't see, what they chose to ignore, and what they foolishly thought they could suppress. They thought they were the maestros of your downfall, but they were just the background music to your triumph. And you? You don't need to gloat. You don't need to dance to their tune or respond to their discord. Your victory speaks louder than any words, and their defeat is a song they'll be forced to replay over and over. Every time they see your name, hear of your success, or witness your unwavering strength, the carols of their defeat will echo in their minds. This isn't about revenge. It's about balance. It's about the universe giving back exactly what they put in. Their season of triumph was built on false confidence and empty mockery, and now it's crumbled, leaving them with nothing but the echoes of what they tried to take from you. The carols they sing now, they're not filled with joy. They're soaked in the bitterness of being proven wrong. So while the world moves on, while the lights shine brighter for you, they'll sit in the quiet of their own making. Let the carols of their defeat ring clear, chosen one. Not as your vengeance, but as their reminder. You were always the melody they couldn't match. And now your song plays louder than ever. Number 3. Tables turned, trees trimmed. Fate loves irony. It sets the table for those who were never invited. This Christmas, the tables have turned, and the ones who doubted you are left scrambling to find their seat. The stage they once claimed as their own is gone, replaced by a spotlight they can't escape. And while they try to save face, trimming their trees with forced smiles and hollow cheer, you're standing tall, unbothered, and unshaken. The irony of their downfall shines brighter than any holiday light. They had their chance to write the story, didn't they? They had their season of smugness, their moments of mockery, every laugh at your expense, every smug glance, every dismissal. They thought it would last forever. But here's the truth about life. It doesn't forget. Every word they spoke, every doubt they sowed, was a seed planted in their own garden of regret. And now, as the year comes to a close, they're reaping the fruits of their arrogance. The tables have turned, and the feast they once envisioned for themselves is now yours. You've earned every seat at the table, every piece of success laid before you. And them, they're left standing, awkward and unsure, looking at a spread they thought would never belong to you. They thought they had it all figured out, that they could keep you boxed in, small, unseen. But now, their place cards are missing, and the head of the table belongs to you. While you're decorating your tree with victories, each one a testament to your strength and perseverance, they're trimming theirs with excuses. We didn't know, they'll say. It wasn't personal, they'll claim. But the truth is clear, and it's written in the ornaments of their regret. The same ones who mocked your vision are now watching it come to life, and they can't look away. They thought they could dictate the narrative, but the story was never theirs to tell. You were always the author, the creator, the one who saw beyond their short-sighted judgments. And now, as the tables have turned, the view is unmistakable. They were never prepared for this moment, but you were built for it. Let them sit with it, chosen one. Let them decorate their trees with whatever scraps they can find, while yours stands tall, glowing with the light of everything you've overcome. Their season of triumph was fleeting, built on the shaky foundation of mockery and doubt. But your rise, it's solid, unshakable, and undeniable. So while they sit at their hollow gatherings, trying to drown out the sound of their own regret, remember this: the tables didn't turn by accident. They turned because you refused to give up. Their downfall isn't just irony, it's the inevitable outcome of underestimating the wrong person. This Christmas, the tables are set, the trees are trimmed, and the truth is clear: you've won, and they know it. Let them watch, let them wonder, and let them sit with the realization that they were never ready for the moment you've claimed as your own. Number 4. This season, you're the star. Stars don't compete with the darkness. They simply shine until they're impossible to ignore. This season, chosen one, you're the star. Not the background, not the footnote, not the one they overlook or dismiss. You've stepped into your place, center stage, and there's no going back. The same ones who doubted you, who brushed you aside, are now forced to look up and see you shining, brighter and bolder than ever. And here's the best part. They can't dim your light, no matter how hard they try. For years, they tried to make you invisible, didn't they? They downplayed your vision, underestimated your strength, and mocked your determination. While they decorated themselves with false confidence, you were quietly building something real. And now, as the season lights up, it's your brilliance that's impossible to ignore. You're not just part of the scene anymore. You're the reason everyone's looking up. They wanted you to blend in, to stay small, to remain a shadow in their spotlight. But stars aren't made to blend. They're made to shine, to lead, to illuminate. And that's exactly what you're doing now. Your rise isn't just a moment, it's a declaration. You're here, and you're unshakable. And how does it feel, knowing that the same people who tried to dim your light are now blinded by it? They're scrambling, trying to figure out how they missed what was always there, what was always within you. Their arrogance made them think they were the stars of this story, but now they see the truth. You were the star all along, they just didn't have the eyes to see it. This isn't about revenge or rubbing your success in their faces. No, chosen one, your light is too pure for that. Your shine isn't fueled by their doubt. It's fueled by the truth of who you are and the path you've carved through the darkness. Every step you took, every trial you endured, polished your brilliance until it was undeniable. Let them watch. Let them try to explain away your rise. Let them sit in the glow of your success and realize they were wrong. Their opinions, their judgments, their dismissals, they were never the measure of your worth. You were destined to shine, no matter what they thought or said. And now, your light outshines every empty word they've ever spoken. This season, you're not just the star. You're the reminder that resilience, faith, and truth always rise above the noise. You're the proof that no matter how many shadows they tried to cast over you, your light was never theirs to control. So, stand tall, chosen one. This season, all eyes are on you, not because you asked for it, but because your brilliance is impossible to ignore. You're the star they can't dim, the light they can't match, and the proof that no darkness can ever outshine what's meant to rise. This is your moment. Shine. Number 5. Silent night, loud victory. Silence is not absence, it is the preparation before an unstoppable roar. They thought your silence was weakness. They mistook your stillness for surrender, your calm for insignificance. But this silent night isn't what they imagined. It isn't a night of peace for them. It's the moment before the echo of your victory shakes everything they believed. While they were busy making noise, running their mouths, and throwing doubt your way, you were building. You were preparing. And now, as the stillness breaks, your victory speaks louder than anything they could have ever said. They didn't see it coming. They were so caught up in their noise, mockery, arrogance, and hollow confidence that they couldn't hear the quiet storm gathering behind the scenes. You didn't waste time defending yourself against their words. You didn't engage in their petty games. You let them laugh, let them doubt, because you knew something they didn't. The loudest noise comes right after the quietest moment. And now their noise has faded. Their voices, once so confident and dismissive, have turned to silence. They don't have the words to counter what they see: your undeniable rise. Their doubt has been replaced with wide-eyed disbelief, their scoffing replaced with awkward politeness. The same people who once mocked you are now scrambling to understand how you got here, how you proved them so spectacularly wrong. This silent night isn't just peaceful, it's powerful. It's the moment your actions, your resilience, and your triumphs speak for themselves. While they were wasting energy trying to shout over you, you were laying the foundation for something they couldn't shake. Now, your victory rings out like a chorus, loud and unignorable, drowning out every insult and doubt they threw your way. They thought their noise was power. They thought their words could break you. But power isn't in the noise, it's in the results. And your results? They're deafening. Every accomplishment you've made, every step forward, is a reminder that you didn't just survive their doubt. You thrived in spite of it. You turned their ridicule into fuel, their arrogance into a stepping stone. And while you rise, they're left in the uncomfortable silence of their own making. It's not that you silenced them, it's that your success has made their words irrelevant. They're grappling with the reality that the person they dismissed, mocked, and doubted has outpaced them in every way. The quiet they thought was your weakness has become the stage for your unstoppable victory. Let this be their silent night, chosen one. Not as a moment of peace for them, but as a moment of reflection. They can sit with the echoes of their own failure while your victory roars louder than ever. This isn't just your triumph, it's their reckoning. The noise they relied on has faded, and all that's left is the undeniable truth. You've won, and nothing they say can change that. Silent night, loud victory, the anthem of your rise. Number 6. Your triumph is their coal. You reap what you sow, and some harvests are bitter. This Christmas, while stockings are filled and laughter echoes through homes, there's one gift they'll never escape. It won't sparkle under the tree or come wrapped in glittering paper. No, this gift is heavier, darker, a lump of coal crafted from their own actions, handed to them by the universe itself. Your triumph is their coal, and no amount of holiday cheer can lighten the weight of what they've been given. They had every chance, didn't they? Every opportunity to see your potential, to recognize your strength, and to support your vision. Instead, they chose the low road. Mockery, doubt, and ridicule became their tools of choice, thinking they could undermine you, overshadow you, or extinguish your fire. But here's the irony. They didn't douse your flame, they fueled it. Every word they threw your way became the coal that stoked your resilience, turning pressure into power and fire into triumph. And now as they sit by their glowing hearths, their faces are shadowed by the harsh reality of your success. They see your light shining brighter than ever, and it burns them. That lump of coal they hold isn't just symbolic. It's the embodiment of their failed attempts to keep you down. The harder they tried, the more they ensured their own reckoning. This isn't just your victory, it's their consequence. They wanted you to fail. They waited for it, whispered about it, and reveled in the thought of it. But instead of collapsing, you grew stronger. Instead of breaking, you built. And now, your success is undeniable, a roaring fire they can't extinguish. The same people who once dismissed you are left holding the very coal they tried to hand you. It's not a festive reminder of warmth or joy. It's a testament to their own arrogance and short-sightedness. Your triumph isn't just your rise, it's their reflection. Every step you've taken, every obstacle you've overcome, and every goal you've achieved stands as a reminder of what they tried to stop but couldn't. They thought they were leaving you in the cold, but now they're the ones left with nothing but ashes and regret. This coal isn't just a gift of karma, it's a symbol of balance. It's the weight of their actions coming back full circle. While they clung to mockery, you held on to purpose. While they burned bridges, you built pathways. And now, as the season of light and giving unfolds, their coal stands as a stark contrast to the joy you've earned. Let them hold it, chosen one. Let them feel the cold, hard truth of what their actions have brought them. Your triumph is their coal, and it will linger long after the lights are taken down and the decorations are packed away. This Christmas, their stockings are filled with the weight of your success and the undeniable proof that you were always destined to rise. Number 7. Your glow dims their lights. The brighter the light, the deeper the shadows cast. This Christmas, your glow is unmistakable. It's not the twinkle of holiday lights or the glitter of ornaments. It's the radiance of triumph, the unshakable brilliance of someone who has risen above it all else. And as your light shines brighter, theirs dims, flickering with the weight of envy, regret, and disbelief. Your glow dims their lights, and it's a truth they can no longer ignore. They thought their glow would last forever, didn't they? They basked in their moment, reveling in your struggles, assuming their laughter would drown out your quiet strength. But now, as the tables have turned, their spotlight has faded, overshadowed by the brilliance of your success. Every step you've taken, every hurdle you've overcome has fueled your radiance, leaving them scrambling to hold on to the dimming remnants of their false confidence. It's not just that you're shining brighter, it's that your glow exposes everything they tried to hide. Their arrogance, their dismissals, their hollow victories, all of it is illuminated under the power of your light. And now, their carefully crafted facade is crumbling, unable to stand in the glow of someone who refused to be extinguished. They don't understand it. How could someone they mocked, someone they underestimated, outshine them so completely? Their pride kept them from seeing the truth. Your glow wasn't about validation or revenge. It was about staying true to your purpose. While they clung to the fleeting light of approval, you were building a fire within, one that no amount of mockery could snuff out. And now, as the world turns its gaze to you, their lights flicker, unable to compete with your steady flame. It's not just a dimming, it's a reckoning. Their confidence wasn't built on substance, it was built on illusions. And illusions can't stand in the face of real, undeniable triumph. But you don't need to dim their lights to shine. Your glow comes from within, fueled by resilience, purpose, and an unwavering belief in who you are. Their fading light isn't your doing. It's the consequence of their choices, their arrogance, and their inability to see what was right in front of them all along. So let your glow shine, chosen one. Let it fill the spaces they thought they owned, casting shadows on the doubts they once threw your way. Their dimming lights are not your burden. They're a reminder that truth, resilience, and purpose will always outshine the shallow glow of arrogance. This Christmas, your light is more than a decoration. It's a beacon, a reminder of what happens when you stay true, keep going, and refuse to let anyone extinguish your fire. While their lights fade into the background, your glow will continue to shine, steady and unstoppable. Number 8. Their grins turn to frowns. Mockery turns to silence when the truth makes its entrance. This Christmas, there's something different in the air, something unmistakable. Those smug grins, the ones they wore so confidently as they mocked you, have vanished. Where there was once laughter, there's now tension. Where there was arrogance, there's now unease. Their grins have turned to frowns, and it's the truth of your triumph that's weighing on them. They thought they had you figured out, didn't they? They grinned because they were so sure of your failure, certain that their dismissals and judgments would be the final word. Every sneer, every smirk was their attempt to belittle your journey, to diminish the strength you carried. But here's the thing about arrogance: it blinds. They didn't see the storm you were building or the silent power that was growing within you. And now, as the year draws to a close, reality has come knocking. The truth of your resilience, your success, and your unshakable spirit has shattered their illusions. Their grins, once smug and confident, have given way to the weight of realization. It's not just that they were wrong, it's that they mocked you for being right. And now, every time they see you rise, every time they hear of your achievements, the sting of their own arrogance deepens. Their frowns aren't just expressions, they're the outward signs of an internal reckoning. They're remembering the words they spoke, the laughter they shared, and the condescension they thought would keep you down. But the tables have turned. Those grins they once wore have become heavy with the weight of regret, and their laughter has been replaced with silence. You don't need to confront them. You don't need to say, "I told you so." The evidence of your triumph is enough. It speaks louder than any argument, clearer than any rebuttal. While they're wrestling with the consequences of their actions, you're standing tall, untouched by their past doubts, and stronger than ever. This isn't about revenge, it's about truth. The truth they tried to ignore, dismiss and mock is now undeniable, and it's written all over their faces. Those frowns they wear, they're a reminder that mockery is fleeting, but triumph endures. So let them frown, chosen one. Let them sit with the weight of their own misjudgments. Their expressions are not your burden, they're their own. Your rise isn't about their fall. It's about the power of staying true to yourself when the world doubted you. This Christmas, the tables have turned. While your joy shines brighter than ever, their grins have faded into the shadows of their own regret. Let them carry the weight of it, for it's a lesson they needed to learn. And you? You're moving forward, unshaken, unbothered, and unstoppable. Number 9. Your name rings like bells. A name isn't just spoken, it's remembered, and when it rings, it echoes far beyond its time. This Christmas, something magical is happening. While the world hangs its bells and ornaments, there's one sound that stands out above all: your name. It rings like the bells in the cold winter air, clear, resonant, and impossible to ignore. The same people who once dismissed you, who whispered about you in doubt and mockery, are now forced to hear it everywhere. They can't escape it, no matter how hard they try. Your name is the sound they never wanted to hear but can't stop listening to. For years they called you everything except what you were: dreamer, fool, nobody. They attached their labels, believing they could define you. But now, the weight of your truth has shattered every false name they ever tried to give you. The name they once spoke with scorn is now spoken with awe, and maybe a touch of fear. Because when your name rings, it's not just a sound, it's a declaration, a reminder of the rise they didn't see coming and the fall they couldn't prevent. Your name rings like bells because it carries power now. It's spoken with respect, even from those who once doubted you. They hear it in places they never expected, in conversations they're not part of, in circles they can't control, and in spaces they thought were theirs to dominate. It's not just a name anymore, it's a force, and every time they hear it, it's a reminder of their misjudgment, their blindness, their arrogance. They hear it, chosen one. Every victory you've achieved, every milestone you've reached, and every step you've taken forward has made your name louder, stronger, more undeniable. The bells of your success don't just ring, they resonate. They carry the weight of everything you've overcome, everything they tried to take from you, and everything you've built in their absence. And the beauty of it, you didn't need to force it. You didn't need to shout your name from rooftops or beg for recognition. You let your actions speak, your work shine, and your truth stand on its own. Now, your name rings louder than anything they could have imagined, not because you demanded it, but because you earned it. While they sit in the silence of their own doubts, your name fills the air like the sound of Christmas bells, joyful for some, haunting for others. It's not just a sound, it's a reckoning. Every time they hear it, it's a reminder that they were wrong about you, that they underestimated the strength behind the name they tried to bury. This Christmas, let your name ring, chosen one. Let it echo far and wide, a testament to everything you've endured and everything you've become. For some, it's the sound of hope. For others, the sound of regret. But for you, it's the sound of destiny fulfilled. Number 10. The star they ignored is now guiding the way. Sometimes the brightest stars are the ones we fail to see until they light the way. They overlooked you, didn't they? Treated you as insignificant, dismissed your light as a flicker that wouldn't last. You were there all along, steady and bright, but their arrogance made them blind. They chased other stars, false ones, because they were too caught up in their illusions to notice the real guide in the night sky. But now, the star they ignored is the one lighting the path, and it's too bright for them to look away. They thought they had it figured out. They mocked your vision, scoffed at your clarity, and told anyone who'd listen that you weren't worth following. "What do they know?" they said. "Why would anyone trust them?" Their voices were loud, drowning out any possibility of understanding. But here's the thing about stars. They don't need an audience to shine. They don't burn brighter because someone notices. They shine because it's in their nature. And you didn't need their validation. While they sought approval from each other, running in circles under dim lights, you stayed steady. You didn't need to fight for attention or prove your worth. You knew that in time the truth would become clear. And now, their false lights have burned out, leaving them in the dark. And when they look up, desperate for direction, it's your light they see, piercing through the darkness they thought would never come. The irony is almost poetic. The same people who dismissed you are now scrambling to follow the very path you've been paving all along. Their doubt, their mockery, their arrogance, it was all noise, and now it's been silenced by the undeniable glow of your rise. The star they ignored isn't just guiding the way, it's leading them out of the mess they created for themselves. You don't need their apologies, their recognition, or their praise. Your light was never for them. It was for the journey you've always known you were on. While they stumbled in their arrogance, you moved forward in purpose. And now, as they try to catch up, they're forced to confront the truth they refuse to see. Your brilliance was never a fluke. It was always destined to shine. Let them wrestle with their regret, chosen one. Let them sit in the discomfort of realizing they were wrong. You don't need to look back, to explain, or to dim your light for their comfort. Keep shining, keep moving, keep leading. Because the truth is, they need you now more than ever. The star they ignored has become their guide, and the path you've illuminated is one they can't deny. Their arrogance blinded them, but your resilience has outshone their doubt. You are the light they never saw coming, and now you're the only one lighting the way forward. Keep shining, brighter than ever. Number 11. The pen is dry, The judgment is final. Justice delayed is not justice denied. It's simply waiting for the right moment to strike. The time for excuses has run out. The arguments, the manipulations, the endless attempts to twist the truth. It's all over. Now. The pen they use to write their stories of doubt and mockery, it's dry. The ink they relied on to scribble lies and false narratives about you, it's gone. This is it. The judgment is final, and there's no rewriting the ending. For so long, they lived in the illusion that they were in control, that their words could shape your reality, that their whispers could drown out your truth. They believed the courtroom of public opinion was theirs to command, their verdicts unquestionable, their mockery unshakable. But now, as the final chapter is written, they realize the truth. They were never the judge. They were the accused. And the evidence against them? Undeniable. The case has been building for years, hasn't it? Every insult they hurled, every sneer they delivered, every time they doubted you, it's all been recorded, logged, and kept in the archives of karma. You didn't need to fight back, to scream for validation, or to stoop to their level. You simply waited. You trusted that the truth would outlast their lies, that time would expose the cracks in their stories, and that justice would arrive when it was meant to. And now, here it is. The gavel has fallen. The judgment is final. They thought they could rewrite reality, didn't they? They wielded their pens like weapons, crafting stories where you were the fool, the failure, the one who didn't have what it takes. But now, their pens are dry, and their words hold no power. The judgment isn't just against them, it's for you. It's the validation of everything you've stood for, everything you've endured, and everything they tried to deny. Their arrogance blinded them to the truth. This moment was inevitable. You were never the one on trial. Their lies, their mockery, their fragile egos, they were always the ones being weighed and measured. And now, as the ink runs out and the pages turn, they're left staring at a final sentence they can't erase. You were right all along. You don't need their apologies. You don't need their regret. The judgment isn't for them. It's for you. It's the closure you've earned, the truth you've always known, and the vindication they never thought you'd see. Their chapter is over, and yours is just beginning. So stand tall, chosen one. Let them wrestle with the weight of their defeat. The pen is dry, the case is closed, the judgment is final, and it reads loud and clear. You were never their victim. You were always their reckoning. In conclusion, the truth always comes to light, no matter how long it's hidden in the shadows. Chosen ones, this is your moment. Everything they tried to deny, everything they mocked, everything they said you'd never achieve, it's all standing before you now, undeniable and unshakable. The tables have turned, the truth is clear, and the victory, it's yours. You didn't just survive their doubt, you thrived in spite of it. You didn't just prove them wrong, you made their words irrelevant. And now, as you step into this new chapter, stronger and more unstoppable than ever, it's time to claim the destiny that's always been waiting for you. But remember, this isn't just about the past. It's about what comes next. Your story doesn't end here. It begins anew. This is your time to rise higher, to inspire others, and to build a legacy that even your enemies will respect. If this message resonated with you, if you're ready to leave behind every doubt, every limitation, and every voice that told you no, then take the next step. Smash that like button to declare your strength. Subscribe to stay connected with this community of visionaries who see the world clearly, just like you. And share this message with someone who needs to hear it. someone who's still in the battle, waiting for their moment of vindication. Drop a comment below with, "My time is now," if you're done with hesitation and ready to own your power. This is the season of truth, the season of triumph, and the season of you. The judgment is final. The victory is yours. Now go claim it. The world is waiting for you to shine. Let's rise together.